get to the money. Gotta get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. So you know that I'm on it. Gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids in there. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. And gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids in there. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money.
Welcome to another episode of Drinking After Dark, a podcast where we discuss random topics while having a few drinks. I'm your host, Darius, and as always, drink responsibly. And y'all make sure y'all follow Drinking After Dark podcast on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe to Drinking After Dark podcast YouTube channel. Tonight, I have a very, very special guest with me. She's a business owner. She's very active in the community, and this is actually my first time meeting her, so this is gonna be fun, you know.
Yeah.
She's meeting me for the first time. I'm meeting her for the first time. So I know y'all used to me actually bringing people on that I've known for a minute or so, but this is gonna be the first time ever I'm meeting somebody on my podcast. So I want everybody to give a big, big welcome to Miss Aminah E. How's it going?
It's going all good. Everything all good.
That's
Thank
what's up.
you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem. No problem. What you drinking on tonight?
Tonight, I'm going to drink on a little menage a trois.
I like that.
Moscato.
I got you. And tonight, y'all, I'm drinking on my Crown Royal Vanilla mixed with Dr. Pepper Cream Soda. And tonight's episode is sponsored by Joe Shekinab at shekinab.com. Go visit shekinab.com for services, monthly updates, and contact information. Once again, visit shekinab.com, promoting leadership and scholarship. So, Miss Aminah, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing quite well. A little tired. Stayed up a little past my bedtime last night, but but I'm all good today. Thank God it's Friday. Made it. So
yes, I made it too. So we are still here. So Miss Aminah, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell the world, who you are and what you do.
Ooh, okay. I am Aminah Ayowawi, and that's spelled Eyowawi, and it is a Nigerian name. Come from Lagos, Nigeria. My father is born and raised in Nigeria. I was born in Chicago, Cook County Hospital, Chi-Town, Windy City, but raised in Kentucky, old Hoptown. And a little bit about, my name is Aminah Ayowawi, but everybody can call me Aminah E. Most people know me as Aminah E. And I currently work in the banking industry. I've been in the banking industry for over 10 years and working on commercial side of things at a community bank. So community bank is my area of expertise, and that's where I kind of have floated over the years within the community bank space. And I work as a portfolio manager for a community bank, or some people call them underwriters. And that's what I do for a living. But I also own a business that I started called Royal Oasis Home Retreat, which is a short-term rental company that manages short-term rentals. Currently just my own. I'm looking at expanding and venturing out into managing others. And I'm highly involved in many activities within the community, but we'll get to that later. So, but that's basically me in a nutshell.
Definitely. See, one thing we have in common, me and you, we were both born in the Midwest, but we were raised down south.
Oh yeah. That's where the country accent goes. Like I'm Nigerian, but I'm from the city, windy up north, but I'm real country. So people get a little confused when they see my name. Aminah, why are we everywhere? And they thinking I'm about to talk Nigerian or Yoruba, the Yoruba language. And I'm not doing any of that. I'm totally a country girl.
See, the thing about like with me, I'm born in St. Louis. I was born in St. Louis, but I'm raised in Clarksville. So
Okay.
that is kind of like, all right, cool, bet. Somebody else is raised in the Midwest and they raised down south. But here's the funny thing. I was actually going over your last name, right? With
Okay.
my wife. I actually got it right.
Ah, you did. Say it for me one good time. Let me hear it.
Was it E? Oh shoot. Now you put
Uh-oh.
me
How
on the
you get
spot.
it right? You can't get it right now. Let's try it one more time.
Hold on. All right. You said E-L-Y or something like that?
You
Hold on.
close, real close, real close. You can say it with me though. A
Hey,
yo
yo,
why
why,
we.
we.
Hey yo, why we?
Okay, so that's what that the beginning part, that's why I messed up.
Yes,
I
it
got it.
has a meaning. It has a meaning. It means say what you want, do what you want, but God's word is final. Man proposes, God disposes. And so that's what the meaning of my name means. Aminah
Okay.
means trustworthy. You can trust me, trust me.
Why everybody got a meaning to that name? I don't even know what my meaning to my name is. I'm just
We got to
Darius.
figure it out. We can Google it real quick.
I'll Google it later, then I'll tell you what's what. But
Google tell us everything.
like yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. I've been getting real familiar with names now. Because I meet a
Okay.
whole like different type of people and know they come from different backgrounds. So I'm grasping the pronunciation and everything and all of that. So
Well, can I
I'll
share something with you? I have
with
one complicated name, and I'm still not good with names. Now, I got mine down to the T, but I might not get everybody else's down to the T. So just work with me, bear with me.
hey,
But
that's
I'm
what's
working
up.
on it. I'm trying to be like you, where I can, dissect the name real quick and be able to pronounce it the correct way. So,
Definitely, definitely. And you know what? I gotta give a shout out to Miss Jolie Frederick, who actually recommended me to you. I think you were one of the winners for best dress at the African Fashion Show.
yeah, surprisingly so. I was actually in the first fashion show. I was not
Oh,
in the second one, but I was so happy of the turnout. That's my sister, Jolie. Um, I met Jolie at a Clarksville Young Professionals because that's one of the um, networking for young professionals in Clarksville um, group I'm in, and we had a after hours meetup, and I saw Jolie standing there. And I don't like nobody to be standing by themselves and feel a little awkward. So I walk up to her and I'm like, hey, because that's who I am. How you doing? And she's like, I'm fine. And I was like, um, what's your name? And she told me her name. And I still don't know. Like I told you, I'm working. I'm trying to be like you.
mhm.
She told me her real name, but I cannot recall what it is at the moment. And I probably ain't gonna be able to pronounce it when she tell me. But she said the shortened version is Jolie. So that's how we became friends because I had walked up to her just, hey, come walk with me. Let's introduce you to some people. And together we networked together. So been friends ever since. That's my girl.
And speaking of that, I actually have a gift for you. So on behalf of Jolie Frederick and Jolie's Chateau here in Tennessee, Clarksville, Tennessee, I have a little gift set for you right here. So I would drop this off to you
I
as
was not prepared or ready for that. I didn't think.
so
Oh, I love her. She always coming up with some surprises for me. I tell you that she is an amazing woman. So, just to give a little background, um, my father is from Nigeria, raised there and everything. Lives in Chicago, Illinois. That's where most of my family resides. Um, and he came to visit me like a few weeks ago. not long ago. Now, I haven't seen my father since 2009, 2013, maybe, for a split second. So when he came, I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta treat him good. You know, him and my aunt and my cousins, they all came down to visit me for the first time. And I talked to Jolie. I was like, I don't know how to cook no African food. And she was like, oh, I got you. Just bring them over to my house. And when I tell you, she laid out a complete spread. Woo, that she made it an amazing time for me and a gathering for me and my family, just opening up her house. So she's awesome, awesome woman, awesome woman.
Definitely. Actually, she made something for me last
What
year
she make?
after the first fashion show. It
What she
was
make you?
something. It was some type of. It was like beef, but it was real spicy. It was some.
Ooh, what did it have some greens in it?
I
She
think it
made
did.
something.
I
Oh,
think
we
it
she
did.
made something. It had some. It was green. It was spicy. But baby, whoo, it was real good. It was spicy, but it was good at the same. It was so delicious. She had me some. I done ate goat meat for the first time. Didn't have that. And fufu. When I tell you, she laid out a spread. I have to send you some pictures later on, just of the spread she made. She really did an amazing job. Oh,
Definitely. And like I said, with the gift set, it was kind of like basically our idea because she was on right before the fashion show, and I pretty much brought the idea to her. I'm like, you should do best dress, and whoever wins should come on my podcast. She ran with it, so that's why you
oh,
here.
my
And
sister.
not only that, but the gift set is all hers. I actually used the body scrub myself, so
So you know how it feels.
I know exactly how it feels.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I let my wife keep everything else, but the body scrub is mine. And I'm gonna probably have to go back and get some more when I get some free time. So if not, I might just take yours. I'll give you everything else. Nah, I give it to you because it's yours. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Oh, if you need it, I got you. I got you. I don't mind sharing. Sharing is great.
That's what's up. So you know, tell us, I know you work in commercial banking, but you also started your own business. Why did you decide to start your own business?
Ooh, good question. So I guess it kind of goes back to high school years. I was out on the porch with my friends, and I'm like, they was like, "What you want to be when you grow up?" I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. But hey, it just came to me like I want to be in real estate. I want to be a real estate investor, and that I went to college, Murray State, yo ops, because I
I
heard you
got I
all
got
P grad.
well, yeah, I am an Austin P grad, but just real quick, I was actually recruited by Murray State.
Hey, you didn't trust your
Basketball.
racers.
I got my first letter in 2005, my junior year in high school, and you know, I decided to go to school in St. Louis and then transfer back home
Oh,
to Austin P. So,
okay. Yeah,
but yeah,
Murray and Austin P got this rival thing going on. So,
not much of
but
a rivalry, but okay.
I know because most of the people here in Clarksville are definitely Austin P grads, but it's all right. It's a few of us Murray State sprinkled around here. But yeah, so I went and I graduated with my master's in 2009, got into banking around 2011, and been doing that ever since. Purchased my house at the age of 31, and I was like, well, oh, my son, well, no, before my son even graduated. So rewind. Do you remember the eclipse?
I remember that. Yeah.
We had the big eclipse back in 2017,
Mm-hmm.
and I bought my house in 2016, and I was like, oh, I'm a numbers girl. I love numbers. Okay, it kind of excites me, these numbers and stuff. And I was hearing that Tennessee and Kentucky was the big place to go for this eclipse. And so with that being said, I'm like, well, hey, I need to rent out something. The backyard, the front yard, what y'all need, And and then I started to hear people talk about how they were booking their homes and booking rooms and was making $1,000 a night. I said, I just want a little piece of the cake. Can I get a little piece? I'm graduate. I got student loan debt, buy my house, I don't mind adding to the pot over here, So I ended up renting out my house for Airbnb, on Airbnb during 2017. And everybody was scared. Everybody, oh, Mina, why would you do that? You have such a beautiful home, who would do that? Don't nobody do that. I'm like, I don't care what y'all talking about. Like, I done did so many different business ventures. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I just dibble and dabble in things, but I got my primary job in banking because that's what I like to do is stability. I can't get away from my stable job until I, can secure something more secure, but I like to dibble and dabble. So, over time, I have dabbled in multi-level marketing. I done dabbled in Uber driving. I done did all kinds of stuff. So fast forward to 2017, I decided to go on Airbnb my space and made a nice little penny on the weekend. And I was like, what? I made more that weekend than I did working 2 jobs. Now I'm a single mom. I have a 22-year-old son right now. I had him at the age of 16. Mm-hmm.
I'm about to say, you don't look like you have a grown son.
That's people say, but I do. Got caught early. So, but yeah, at the age of 16, I had my baby. And so, well, I done lost train of thought where I was going with that. 2017, did the Airbnb. Everybody was scared, but they always been scared of everything. People put fear on you, is what I have learned through my many ventures. From when I was Ubering, my boyfriend at the time, he would send me messages like, oh, look, this happened to this Uber driver. My mom, oh Lord, look what this happened to this Uber driver. And I'm talking about they in New York, in Clarksville, Tennessee. And I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna pray about it. We're gonna keep it going. And I did and had the best time. And that's when I realized like people will put their fears on you. So you gotta, think for yourself. I know it wasn't a cash business, so I wasn't worried about getting robbed and things like that. And if they took the car or whatever, it was a Toyota Camry, we'll be okay. I'll be okay. Just let me have my life. But I had the best experience doing Uber. Now I didn't do it for a long time, maybe about 5 to 10 times, but in between that range. But I did it. It was something I did, made money. I'm like, okay, I tried it. Did MLM. Oh, okay, that didn't work for me. That was some Rodan and Fields. It's you heard of them?
Not them specifically.
Okay, Rodan and Fields is like the sister company of what was that acne company? Proactive. Yes.
Oh, Proactive.
Yes,
okay.
Yes, it's a sister company Proactive that you got in and you did this multi-level marketing with, and they had a different type of Proactive product for the people that Proactive didn't work for. You can do this line, and it's for the more mature woman and things like that. And I got in there, and that stuff was like, okay, so my sphere of people that I socialize with, they was looking at the prices and they said, Mina, this ain't for me. And I said, oh, you're not my target audience. And that's when I kind of learned about, finding something that you can kind of market to the people that, you surround yourself with, and they can, that wasn't my market. And I found that out very quickly and ended up getting out of that. But it was a good experience because, again, I was willing to try something that most people probably wouldn't try. But I had a coworker that we connected. Her name was Joni. That was my girl. in banking, and we ventured off into that together. And we just had the same. She was a single mom. She wasn't a single mom. She had her child young. I had my child young, and we just still had the spirit of entrepreneurship, even though we're in banking. And so, and then the role that I play in banking, looking at all the commercial loans that come through within the community, and it kind of opened your eyes to the possibilities.
Uh-huh.
So it kind of inspired the both of us. And so that's how I ended up getting into the Airbnb space, is just out there just trying different things. And Airbnb so happened to be one of them in 2017. So I tried to start it, tried to find partners, like, oh, we need to get in this Airbnb game. It's booming in Nashville. We're right here, but people are scared of things that they're not familiar with. So I done seen a lot being in my role in the industry, and I tried it out for myself, and I see it working. But to try to convince someone else of your dream just wasn't easy. So, or convincing someone else of what you've experienced and seen for yourself is just hard to do. So I tried to get family involved. And that's when I learned that, it's two things in college they told me. They said, family and friends. You don't really want to do business with family and friends. And I tried it because I don't believe. I'm like, oh no, my family they want to be just as great as I want to be, and they don't have the same motivation. So that's what I found out through that. And so trying to do the Airbnb while working was very difficult, but structuring, because I was gonna have like my mom and my sister come, and while I'm at work, they handle the daily operations, but that didn't work out too well. So, so I ended up having to kill that dream for a little while. And then last year, 2020, my son graduated high school. And so I became an empty nester. And I had my big old house by myself. And I said, well, and I'm not married or anything. I said, well, I can try it again, right? And so I did. I tried it. I got my house ready. I was like, I can go sleep anywhere. I sleep with my friends. And so I talked to one of my friends. She let me rent out her room at her space. And I was willing to give it a try one more again. And so that's how the Royal Aces Home Retreat came about. And eventually I want to grow that into more short. It's going to be a mixture. So I don't want to be heavy in the Airbnb space only. It's so many different variations of what you can do with real estate. So, and I want to be able to bend when in the real estate game, you kind of want to be able to bend when necessary, especially with the rates the way they are. So, and we don't know what the market is about to do this year. So it's slowing down, but yeah, so that's where I'm at. And that's how the Royal Aces Home Retreat came about. Long story, but
you know what? You're right about one thing. We never know what the market is going to be, and we can't never really trust our government either. So, you gotta.
I don't trust them to pay off my student loans. I don't trust and I tell people that I don't trust the government to pay them student loans off. Now, if they do, it's good. But I ain't about to just rely on the government. And I feel like our generation, the younger generation, we're not promised what our parents was promised as far as a pension, as far as Social Security. They talking about that may be gone away by the time we're of age to receive it. And I just feel like positioning ourselves in different ways to be able to retire once we get there and not relying heavily on the government is the best thing you can possibly do for your future. So that's another reason why I look into real estate I don't like, I'm not interested in flipping homes or anything like that. It's different ways you can go into real estate. Um, you know, and I'm not a hands-on. I don't like to do no construction. I ain't about to touch the toilet. I ain't doing none of that. So I gotta improvise with how I move with real estate. But real estate is something that I've always been interested in and had a passion for. And it's one of the, from what I've noticed in my field, is one of the most powerful ways to grow wealth is through real estate over the years. But it's been changing with the shared economy, the Airbnbs, the VRBOs, the Amazon. Like people, you don't have to own things to make money anymore.
Right.
Whereas historically, you used to have to own your assets, and then that costs a lot more money to own the real estate, but with the new changes with technology and information out there, they cleared barriers and open walls to how you can make money in this economy that we're in now. So
Yeah, it's forever changing, and
mhm.
one thing I'm looking forward to in about 20 years is some flying cars. So once we get that up and going, I'm gonna get me
Baby,
a
they
flying
already
car.
have it.
Where at?
I was talking to one of my coworkers, and I was saying like how I feel like the Jetsons. We're gonna be the Jetsons soon. You ever watch the Jetsons?
You know what? Can I say something about the Jetsons?
Go ahead, go to.
Out of all the classic cartoons, outside of their theme music, the Jetsons might be one of the worst cartoons ever made. I mean, they did a movie not too long ago. That was
I
not
have not
good.
seen the movie.
I grew up watching all these cartoons, right? I'm
Yes.
35 years old. I grew up watching
Okay.
all these cartoons. I still watch the Flintstones, the old school Flintstones. I
Yes.
still watch the
Yes.
old school Scooby-Doo. I
Yes.
went back
You
and watched
gotta
the
love it.
Jetsons. I was like, no. I don't know why I didn't. I thought it was cool back then, but when I look at it now as an adult, I watch it with my daughter. No, we watch some things that we used to. Now she's in a whole different, she don't care about daddy no more. But we used to,
That's how my son
watch
is. He
all
don't
these,
care about his mama no more. He gone, grown and gone.
we used to watch all these cartoons, right? The stuff I grew up on and all of that stuff. But when we try to watch the Jetsons, it was like, yeah, let's just go ahead and click it off. I did not, I don't care for it anymore.
That's
It's
funny. Now I
overrated.
will admit I have not watched it since I was a kid. Not the Jetsons, not the Flintstones. Yes, but I haven't watched the Jetsons. I just remember the flying cars. So, but I think he said a Nigerian. Okay, a Nigerian actually has a YouTube channel where he's like in a car that flies. Like yeah. I don't know. I haven't went to go research this,
You know what? Hold on, let me
but
write
yeah,
that
it's
down.
a thing. Yeah, a
Okay.
Nigerian guy. And I asked him. I'm gonna ask him to send you the information, but yeah. And
Well,
so
see,
I was surprised. I'm thinking we got some years to go before we get to the Jetsons, but it sounds like the Jetsons is now here. We in that era. It's coming.
well,
So
as soon as they turn the cars into boats, they were already going to start with the flying cars. Now, personally, I don't think that's a good idea because people can't even drive on land. So you're gonna have us up in the air.
well,
So
okay, so this is what I'm thinking now. People ain't gonna be in control of the flying cars because we barely in control of the cars now. They trying to get rid of the manual cars that we driving now. They
the gas cars or the
gas cars and implementing self-driving cars. We got self-driving semi trucks. We got
oh yeah,
self-driving vehicles. I just think that when
that's
they
the
get to
worst
flying,
idea ever.
we gonna be out of control. We gonna be just like the Jetsons. Put in the address and vroom vroom, fly fly away we go.
That's the worst idea ever. Self, the doggone Teslas, man, they self-driving and everything like that. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
y'all get y'all.
I haven't been in one. Have you?
I don't want to be in one. I
You
think
don't want to be in
here's the
me either.
thing. I just feel like this. When it comes to these cars now, with all the technology that we have, I'm like, now I'm thinking as a criminal at this point. I don't actually have to break into your car to take your car. I could
No,
literally just hack into your system, unlock the
period.
door, and drive off in your car.
As a matter of fact, I can lock your door, drive you straight to me, to my house, where I then come out and hold you hostage and rob you that way. I don't know. Hold you for ransom. I don't know. I ain't trusting the self-driving car. I'm not there yet.
I've seen a lot of Teslas in town and all of that. I'm like, y'all can have it.
I seen some on the app called Turo, so I rent do that too. But I have you ever heard of Turo? Turo? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So even in Clarksville, some people got Teslas for rent. Now and they got electric cars for rent. And so I was reading when I was taking a trip because I do venture into new things and Bitcoin. I just put my toes in things a little random.
Mm-hmm.
So Turo was one of them. I got to check it out. And I was going on vacation to Florida, renting me a car, and I was reading the reviews on one of the electric cars, and the lady was like, she was upset. And I got to read why she was upset about this car because I was going to get it because I wanted to test it out. She said, well, I couldn't make it on time to where I was traveling to because she wasn't taking into account the time it takes to charge this car that only going to run so far on electricity that didn't have gas backed up to it. So, and then she had to find stations where she can charge it up. So she was very frustrated. And I said, oh, I passed.
There's only one station in town. I know they have a charging station. That's at Walmart. That's the only one I
Really, I
know.
haven't. Ooh,
Wilma Rudolph.
yep, I've
That's the only
seen
one.
them. I have seen
So,
them.
but I don't want to do nothing. I want gas. I want gas power.
Yep.
I know what my mileage is.
Yep.
I know there's service stations every exit. So if I know I'm low on gas, I can just go up there, fill it up real quick, and continue on with my trip. I ain't got time to be sitting waiting all day for this thing to charge up. This ain't no phone. These cars gonna take all day this car's gonna take all day to charge. I ain't got time for that. So
Yeah.
if y'all want those
Now, I do
cars,
have a friend who has a BMW, and her BMW is both. I can jig with both.
yeah.
She gets more mileage when she's on the electric, but then it converts over to the gas. So I can rock with that a little bit better than what fully electric. I just can't do that. So, and I don't want it to self-drive me anywhere. Please don't put me in that.
Well, I would go back to eventually I'm gonna get my favorite car.
What's your favorite
Eventually.
car? Talk to me.
67 Mustang. That's my favorite car.
Okay,
So
okay.
eventually I'm going to get me one of those. I'm gonna work really hard, get it. It's an investment now because it's going to increase in value. So of course I'm gonna have fun with it. It's gonna be my own personalized toy. Nobody else is going to, my wife ain't going to drive it. If my daughter gets older, she ain't going to nobody going to touch it but me, but that's where I'm going back. I'm going that way. I'm going in the opposite direction. Y'all can have this new stuff. If y'all want all this I don't know why you want all the technology in your car. I don't think you really need is Bluetooth. That's all you really need out of anything else. But that's what you're all about. More power to you. Maybe one day I might change. Like, hey, you know what? I might as well just break down and get one, see what the hype is about. Until then, y'all can have it.
You can have, talking about cars. I'm a banker. The banking industry is a very conservative industry. And in 2020, I said, you know what? I gave my son my old car and I was going to give me a new car because he done graduated. My time, I'm going to get what I want. And I went out and I got a car. And everybody call it the drug dealer car. So we had the banker in the drug dealer car, and I didn't know it was a drug dealer car. It was just a car I loved and I wanted. So I'm out here, you know, pushing stereotypes. We gonna get that out of the stereotype of the banker. Is the Challenger gang over here. I love my Challenger. So
Wow. Well, hey, I like those cars too. So
you do. Okay,
I
so
do.
there we go. It's
I
not
like
a
them
drug
too.
dealer
So
car. It's not. I have to let that be known that the Challenger is no longer a drug dealer car. It's definitely a banker's car. Get on board. It's definitely the financial car of the year. Yes, get on board. Forget a BMW. Forget the Lexus. Just get Challenger gang. Okay, Dodge.
hey, I'm gonna give me look. My grandfather has he drove a BMW for the last 15, 16 years. He done had the 7 Series. He done had a 5 Series. I like them. I done drove them.
They nice. They nice.
I done pushed them on the interstate in St. Louis. Which is kind of funny because my grandfather don't let anybody drive his car, but he allowed me to do it. So
You in there then? If somebody, now I got a friend. She let me drive her Mercedes Benz. Now she don't let nobody drive that Mercedes Benz, but she let me touch it. She let
so
me touch
it's
it. She let me drive it.
some of those cars when you test drive it, you gonna want it. And I don't know, maybe one day I'll probably get one, but I already know I'm gonna have to get my wife one too. So it just can't be
Yeah.
me.
BMW, Lexus, Infinity, those are status cars. But the Challenger, that's definitely a banker car. I just gotta let that be
All right, I know
known.
you was talking about love for the numbers.
Love for
Well,
the
I
numbers.
read your bio. You said it 3 times in your bio. So
Yes.
where did that come about?
Well, it has many different meanings, right? So, first of all, um, I went to Murray State and I went to Hopkinsville Community College, and my undergrad degree is in accounting. So I've always been an accounting major, never drifted, never shifted, straight up accounting. So again, accounting is all about the numbers historically over the
How you do
years, what
that?
you're doing.
How you do
What you mean?
that? How you do that? I don't see.
How I do the accounting?
Listen. No disrespect,
Go ahead, it's all good.
but I just felt like accounting was just boring to me.
Okay, so my thing was, yeah, it got a little boring, and I wanted to switch to finance, but I was so deep in the game that I could not switch account. I couldn't go just changing my major because I'm ready to finish school. We're gonna finish this degree, and it just is what it is. So that's how I ended up with my accounting degree. Is because I'm not about to switch up. I was knee deep. I can't
Yeah,
climb out the climb out. I just can't. I got to move forward.
I
So,
understand. I understand.
but it was funny because in high school, I took they had a test you can take to say what industry you're more likely to succeed in and be within or whatever. And we took the test and it said banking. Now I did do banking in high school. I was a part of the Tigers Bank. We had a whole bank in the school. But I said, oh no, I'm not about to be a banker. That's not what I want to do. I'm about to be an accountant for like one of the big 5 accounting firms, or I'm about to go work for one of these football teams and be their accountant, maybe the accountant for the Titans. But I had in my mind, I was supposed to be this big time accountant. Okay. So I started doing accounting and I just wasn't about to change up after so many years of doing it. So that's how I ended up with my accounting degree. Went further on and got my master's in business administration. And after that, and started my banking career. I did public accounting at a Calhoun and Company in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Did a little bookkeeping there, and then got into banking. Again, it's all numbers. Everything. My whole life has been a big numbers game. So And then on top of that, I love helping people. So I just help people free. Just be, hey, you need help? I see, hey, you need to get on this path right here. And I just dive in and start helping people. People would come to me, ask for advice. And but it was heavy because I wanted to help more people. But I didn't have the capacity with working 9 to 5, like it's kind of hard to help more people when you're working 9 to 5 and you're tired and get your kid and you got to cook and clean and, find some time for yourself. So when my son graduated high school, my life slowed down a little bit. And that's how I was able to, I was in Clarksville Young Professionals and I heard this guy named Rob Selko speak about Habitat for Humanity. I was like, oh, I can use my banking skills and go right on into Habitat for Humanity and work on their it's the selection committee. So, and I can use my skills there. And so that's what I did. And then they asked me to be on their board. And I joined the Habitat for Humanity board. And what else I've been involved in? I just love numbers, but Habitat for Humanity was my way of helping a larger group. We can only do so much by ourselves, right?
Right.
But with Habitat for Humanity, I feel like I'm giving back and I'm helping people and on a much larger scale. So the community bank I work for, last year, we raised $30,000 to $40,000 to build a whole Habitat home. And I was involved in that process with my loan officer who had this bright idea to start a clay shoot. And it was amazing. So I had my hands in it on the bank side, had my hands in it on the Habitat side, and to see all of it just come to fruition, it's been an amazing experience. So being able to help people, my willingness to help people and everything I do, as far as my volunteer work and hours, is free. So when I work for Habitat for Humanity and put in those hours, and I work with Manifest Magic, like a cooperative, put in hours. That's all free labor and my time that I'm committing to give back to the community. So that's where all the numbers come in. I just love helping and being able to give back, but seeing that you're giving back and it's helping tons of people. Like, it's amazing to me. So love for the numbers.
That's what's up. Before we go any further, I just want to remind everybody to follow Drinking After Dark podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Also, y'all make sure y'all run these likes up, subscribe to the YouTube channel at Drinking After Dark podcast. Also, 2 new episodes are available every Friday. And I have more content that's out. I got some reviews coming. I'm probably do some reactions or whatever on the channel. So y'all stay tuned for that. So y'all please subscribe. And also, y'all make sure y'all go follow Drinking After Dark podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Now, you mentioned that you're pretty much involved in different organizations and things like that. Why is it so important to get involved in the community for you?
Well, for me, it started off with me wanting to help, for one. So being able to give back at a larger scale, right? But I also been involved in Clarksville Young Professionals just because I always wanted to involve myself in growing professionally. So my bank was able to provide me the opportunity to be a part of Clarksville Young Professionals. I encourage so many people to just get involved. And most of these things that I'm involved in, it's all up to you. It's up to you how much you put into it, on what you're going to receive out of it. So I started out with Clarksville Young Professionals. My son graduated and I did Habitat for Humanity, just adding stuff back on my plate because I had, empty nest syndrome, where the kids leave the house and get a little sad, but I filled it up with some other stuff and it was very fulfilling. And so being involved in the community, I mean, it gives you so many different perspectives of people, um, how to deal with people. You have to be able to deal with people to be involved in the community. I think it strengthens you to be able to deal with different personalities. I think it helps with being able, with your mind, to be able to understand diversity. Because the community is a diverse group of people. It's not just one set of people, that you're dealing with when you're dealing with the community, but it opens your mind up to getting outside of your box. How often do we get outside of our box? I know people from my city in Hopkinsville that never got outside of Hopkinsville, never came outside their box to understand anybody else's perspective, to understand what other people going through outside of that city and town, to understand what you can also bring back and contribute to your city and town. Getting involved in the community is discovering self-interest. You get involved in these activities, you're like, oh, I love this. I'm a single mom. I know this organization is helping single moms. I would love to pour into that. Oh, I'm a father, and I don't know, like there's a group over here that's doing something with the men and their children and their young girls, men to be, and you just get involved in the community, and it pours so much back into you. The community comes back to you, and just building up confidence and developing leadership skills. I encourage people to, if you want to develop leadership skills, it starts with you. You have to be a leader first to yourself. Lead yourself. Lead yourself to go out there and motivate others, and then they'll come and you'll become a leader and people follow you. I don't know, like I love it. And people are like, why you do so much stuff for free? I love it. But
It ain't always about money. It's just, it's something that you love to do, something that you could, hopefully you can make an impact on somebody else's life. When I can only go
you
from
will
my
see how
experience.
fortunate you are when you get it. When you get out there in the community, you will see just how fortunate you are as an individual.
Right.
Because sometimes we don't think we're that. Oh, I ain't got it. Like, yeah, you do. You got it made.
Yeah, definitely. And it could be anything. It could be anything. It could be coaching. It could be teaching, whatever it's like business or teaching art, music or whatever. Just something that you can give back and make a positive impact on somebody else's life. You might not reach everybody, but you could definitely reach one.
And I remember the Q's, the fraternity. I'm not really familiar with fraternities, but I know they're the Q's.
Yep.
They have a mentor.
Yeah.
They have a program that mentor young boys. And me being a single mom, they had a program that my son went through. And because of that program, he was able to find men that he can kind of look up to. And, like getting involved in the community is not just about you. It can be beneficial to you for self-awareness and things of that nature, building up your confidence, building up your leadership skills, but seeing that the younger generation can benefit from something so small that you did, it starts
definitely.
with people, the willingness of people having the heart to go out there and give back.
Yeah, definitely. So if y'all seen somebody, doing, just keep on encouraging them to continue to go out there in the community, to make a difference, anything like that. I know there's quite a few people that I know who have made an impact in my life. And I know there are others that's doing, making an impact on others' lives. So just want to give a shout out to everybody who's doing, who's doing the work without really looking for acknowledgement or looking for pay. You're just doing it because it's you just feel like it's the right thing to do. So shout out to all of you guys out there and ladies. ladies too. I don't want to forget
Can I
y'all.
shout out somebody?
Sure.
I gotta shout out Miss Sandra Hancock, okay, because she was my teacher, okay, my accounting teacher in high school. She is the reason why I even went through accounting program. Because again, I had my baby at 16 years old. Okay, now I'm still in high school, and she came to me and she asked me, Aminah, what are you gonna do after high school? I said, I'm not gonna work at McDonald's. She said, no, ma'am. She said, let me come on. She took me to the Career Services Center. She said, fill out some applications to go be for college. And she said, you did really good in my accounting course. Why wouldn't you think about being an accountant? I said, but I did it. And that's another reason why I ended up going into the accounting route. Now, even though it got a little boring, but
Hey, look, I took
I
some.
mean, she was part of my success. All it takes is one person to come talk to you to change
Yeah.
your perspective on life. So
Yeah.
again, like being part of the community is just being willing to go out there and say something to somebody, being willing to just participate and go help somebody for their future
Exactly.
growth.
Exactly. And for me, I got three. I have three. Well, I was about to say three. I have two brothers. They're twins. They're fraternal twins. No, they're 2 years behind me. And my mom kept us involved in sport. That was our thing, sports. That's what we are all about. Sports this, sports that.
Your mama had 3 kids.
Three. My mom.
And she was able to keep all y'all in sports.
Yeah.
Whew, thank the Lord for that.
But we actually, it was really just one sport. We started off, it was baseball. And then once we started getting to basketball, that's kind of like, that was our sport from that day forward all the way through high school. So, but yeah, we were still able to do that. Of course, we had some family and friends that helped out as well. But, those coaches, from baseball to basketball, always made it was more than just basketball. It was about life for us. So, so shout out to them. It's something that you take with you. I think a lot of people don't know that you could take certain things with you throughout life because that type of impact. A lot of people, they don't want to. A lot of parents don't want to send their kids out to do stuff. But for those parents who do, you can start seeing like, oh, this is a positive thing for them. They need this or they want this. And that's for me.
Not even that. Like, it's a lot of parents that can't afford to. So, but it's these programs that are giving back to the community that allows you the opportunity to be able to send your kids, to be able to give them the opportunity to be in front of those individuals who may encourage them and may inspire them outside of the streets, outside of what's going on, academically and athletically in high school and middle school and things like that.
Yeah. Definitely. I was going to
but
ask
if it's not people willing, ain't nobody willing to do it, then then you don't have the program. So
right. Yeah, I remember back in the day, summer camps was everything for us here in Clarksville. So
yeah,
everybody wanted to go. All their friends went. Everybody wanted to go. I really didn't have a chance to go because I was playing ball like all year round, so I was out of town.
I was in trouble. I stayed in trouble. I couldn't go. They kicked me out of some. But anyway, another story for a different day. Go ahead.
What school did you go to in Hoptown?
I went to Hoptown.
Oh, you went to Hoptown.
So you only had 2 choices. It was either Hoptown for public school. That is. Now you got your private schools and everything, but you had 2 choices: Hoptown or County. So I was definitely a Hoptown Tiger.
What year did you graduate?
03. We coming up on our reunion this year.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
it's what the funny thing is, like I said, playing ball, you meet a lot of people, and of course, I played a few games at Hoptown back in high school,
Ah!
but also
What year you
Chris
graduate? Oh,
06.
oh, 06.
Mm-hmm. 06. So
Okay.
also Christian County when they had the camps, the basketball camps at
Cardinals.
Hoptown. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember those gyms, and of course, I made quite a few friends. Of course, they had a UHA that's up there as well.
Yeah. USA. Yeah.
So yeah, I
And
know a little bit. My nephew's actually going to the middle school, Christian County Middle School.
okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, he's up there. Should be down here, but he's up there. But yeah, I don't want to talk much about high school.
Okay. We can
High
leave high
school,
school alone.
high school is
Yeah.
over with for me.
Yeah.
Uh,
Definitely over with me
I'm
too.
I'm done with that. I'm done with all the. And my wife. Here's the thing. Me and my wife went to two different high schools here, and
Okay. So she's
I
from
always,
Clarksville too?
yeah, she's from
Okay.
Clarksville, and I told her I was like, you do know my high school is better than your high school, right?
Oh, I'm gonna drink to that one. Now you done told your wife. Her,
Hey, look, I'm not
what she
ashamed
say?
of it.
What she say?
She really couldn't argue. I mean, like, if you look at our test scores and everything like that, yeah, we're better.
What school did you go to? Clarksville?
No, she went to Clarksville. She went to Clarksville,
And where you go?
Rossview.
And Clarksville High scores?
Huh?
Clarksville
No,
High scores?
no. So when they did all the schools, the testing, right? All the schools did pretty good. It was just Rossview was the best out the city. So yeah,
I didn't know that. Tell me something.
yeah,
Did not know that.
you know. But what this, the city is growing, so you got more schools right
Yes,
now, and
sir.
I remember it was only just a handful of high schools growing up. Now it's kind of like, all right, this is ridiculous.
When I moved here, okay, now mind you, I came from an area. I went to Hopkinsville, and we had two schools you choose
Yep,
from, public wise. And then I moved to Murray, Kentucky, raised my son mostly there. Um, then I moved to
Callaway
I went
County.
to I went to Cal.
I know a lot, do I?
Yes, you do. Went to Atlanta, moved to back to Hopkinsville, ended up in Clarksville. And when I tell you, it was very challenging to pick an area to purchase my home in Clarksville because it was overwhelming. I wasn't used to that. All these schools, it was too much. It was overwhelming trying to find out what school because I wasn't from here, so I didn't. All I knew was Kenwood, and they said that was
Oof.
not the best school. Yeah, so like that's the reaction you get. But I mean, we get that in Hoptown too, so I'm like, okay, but yeah, like it was very challenging trying to figure out where I was going to relocate to in Clarksville just because of the many schools and districts
Yeah,
and
yeah. It
yeah,
used to be simple. It used to be simpler
yeah,
times. Now it's now you got to think. Now more so
yeah,
than ever, know where you going,
yeah,
where you want to send your kids to school at. Is this area
yeah.
suitable for my
And then
kids?
learning all the reasons why you buy in certain areas, and it was a lot. It was a lot
Are you gonna
to
buy in the
take on.
city? You're gonna buy in the city. You're gonna buy in the county. What you gonna
Yeah,
do? It's
yeah.
a lot. It's a lot,
And how
and
everybody's perspective, the further north you go, it was worse. It was a lot to consider. So,
but it's still Clarksville. It's still the same city, and
I
it's
love it
home.
here. I love Clarksville.
It's
I
home,
absolutely
and
love it.
you know, even if I decide to leave, I will always come back because it's home.
Yeah.
That's where all my friends are. Pretty much all my family is here, so why would I? Of course, I want to go someplace else. If I have the opportunity
You
to
do?
do it. Yeah, if I have the opportunity,
If you had the opportunity today, where would you go?
Mars.
What? Did you say Mars?
That's so did. Hey, look, I want to see exactly what else is out there that we don't know about.
They are flying people out there, but you want to be one of them. Okay, if you was to go anywhere else within the United States, where would you go?
It has to be in the United States.
Mm. So you want to move out the country? If you
I don't know. I don't know yet. I gotta see how times are. But if I gotta say anywhere, in the United States, oh, that's a good question. I never really thought about that. I'll probably
what about out the country? Where would you go?
out the country.
Out the country.
Well, it definitely won't be Australia.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll probably go to Africa.
You would?
Yeah.
You going to South Africa though?
You know what? Speaking of South Africa, it's ironic you brought that up. There's a TV show that's on Netflix that I watch. It's called King of Joburg. Now,
King of Joburg.
Yep.
Now I'm gonna have to write that one down because
that is a great show. I was into it from the very first episode, you know, and the thing about it is it's only 2 seasons that's up. And I think one of the producers of the show is Terry J. Vaughn, who was Levita on the Steve Harvey show. And she was actually in the first season, but I ain't gonna tell you what happened after that. Just know you're gonna get hooked on the show. Of course, you know is
it African based?
It's African based. It's based in Johannesburg.
Okay.
So all the actors and all they're there. You know, there's only I think it was only maybe 2 American actors. Everybody else are African. Terry J. Vaughn and
so do you watch a lot of African shows on Netflix?
I've been watching Nollywood for like the last 4 years.
When I tell you the African shows and movies on Netflix, they can be some really funny, hilarious shows to watch.
This one was drama. And
I'm definitely watching it.
It is drama, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it's kind of like those those shows or movies here in America with the like the paranormal. It's not necessarily paranormal. What's it some type of curse, right? Only thing I'm gonna say is there's a curse going through this family, right? So that's the only thing I'm gonna say. But other than that, it's drama, it's action. You'll have some comedy in there, but definitely, you know, drama and action. I love it.
Kind of show.
You know,
I'm watching.
I'm waiting for the new season. I don't know when they say they're gonna come out with a new season, but they need to. The first 2 seasons is out. My wife, my thing is, my wife, she'll watch what she want to watch. We don't have the same taste in shows, you know, but
she don't like the African shows. She love them African shows.
So she started watching. She started watching it with me, but I'm not gonna sit here and just stop watching because you decided to go to bed. I'm gonna watch.
You gotta stop watching it. You know that ain't fair. Nope, I'm on her team wifey, because you gotta stop it. Like if I'm sleepy, you got to stop it, and then we start over again tomorrow. You can't keep on watching. Gotta find something else.
First off, she continue to watch what she want to watch. I don't tell her to stop because I always know I could go back and watch it. That's the best thing about streaming. I could go back and watch it. I could catch up, and then if you want to watch it with me, then so be it. But she, you know, I like, all right, you know, she didn't even watch the rest of it with me. So I'm like, you know what, go ahead. I'm too invested. It's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. No, I gotta be at work in the morning. I don't care. I need to know what happened next. And that
That's
that
funny.
that season 2 finale, I'm like, okay, where's season 3 at? I need to see what happened. Because there was some twists and turns in there I didn't even see coming. Because you got everything, if you here's a comparison. If you like to watch Power, or if you
Come
like to
on
watch
now.
BMF, stuff like
Come
that,
on now. Yes, all of that. All of
you're
that.
definitely gonna like this. You're
Okay.
definitely gonna like this.
I'm definitely gonna watch it. Definitely. Because so my last show I watched was Sisters. And I'm all caught up, so I ain't got nothing to watch. So I've been looking for something else. So I'm definitely gonna watch that.
Yep.
And
King
I
of
already
Joe.
watched Tommy off of Power, and I already switched to him and watched all his stuff. And then so
Yep. Oh, if you like Snowfall, you definitely gonna like this show.
okay. Yeah, I'm
So
gonna check it out, see what you're talking about.
it is definitely worth watching. I didn't think I was gonna like it. I was bored one night. I was like, you know what? Nollywood, let me see what they got. And it was the first thing, King of Joburg. I was like, what is this? Clicked on it. First episode, I was hooked. I said, oh, this is some freaky stuff right off the bat. So now you letting me know. I'll tell you, it's gonna throw you off a little bit, but you gotta actually watch it because there's they still haven't actually explained how all of this came about in terms of what happened with the family. So that's what I'm still waiting on, in my opinion. So hopefully they can explain that in season 3, how that came about. But it's worth a watch. It's a little gruesome. It's a little gruesome. So, you know, but I gave it 5 stars. If I'm gonna do anything, I gave it 5 stars.
I'm definitely gonna check it out. Let me check it out, see what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and you gotta pay attention too. Because when you think you figured it out, nope,
Whole
you did
twist
not.
to it, huh?
There's a whole twist to it. I told my wife, I was like, babe, if that ever happened to me, would you be scared? She was like, oh yeah, I'm leaving. I was like,
Oh well,
okay.
dang, she leaving. It must be some.
It's some
Okay.
there's some stuff that there's some stuff that'll throw you off, especially in the beginning. So they're not gonna hide it. They're gonna throw it in your face, but they're not gonna explain it to you until
Later on.
over the course of the series. So that's
Okay.
what I would recommend. That you watch.
I'm
And I'm
definitely
telling
gonna
you,
check it out.
I hope so. And check out some. Oh, and I don't know. You say you like action movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You didn't watch the Oscars this year, did you?
No.
Okay. Well, nobody really watched the Oscars, but only thing I would say is there was a movie, out India. Those movies out of India. They
Mhm.
make I don't know, something about their movies is just, it captures you. Like you're so into it. It's action movies and all of that. They actually won an Oscar for, I think, best original song or something like that. But there's this movie called RRR. Gotta watch it.
No, I never heard of it. Write that down. Is that on Netflix too?
It's actually on Netflix. Yep. RRR. Now, if you got any plans that night, don't make any plans because it's about a 3-hour movie.
Okay. Yeah, I normally when I watch TV, I binge watch it because I ain't
Okay.
got a lot of time. My time is delicate. I ain't got much time, so when I watch something, I'm gonna probably watch it all the way through, and then that means I got a block of time
Mhm.
dedicated to just me, which is very rare. But that's what I.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's what I'm into now, the Nollywood and the Indian movies. Um the action. I mean, like, I'm just into action and comedy, but a good drama series,
I don't
I'm
watch.
into
The only
that.
thing I don't watch is scary. I don't do scary movies.
You don't do scary movies?
Nope, y'all can have that.
My wife loves them. I said, "You
No,
crazy."
I don't watch no scary movies. I like to laugh. I like to joke. I like to, get excited about some stuff about to go down, Wakanda forever type stuff. I ain't on the scary movie. We're gonna leave that
Well,
alone.
here's a scary movie for you to watch.
I ain't about to
Oh,
watch.
well, you should.
I
You
ain't
should.
gonna do it. You might as well not even tell me. I ain't gonna watch it. You just told me it's scary. I don't watch scary movies.
It's scary, but there's it's the story. The story is like it's a good story too. All right, Insidious.
I hear you, but it's scary.
Look. I'm. How old was I when I watched that movie?
I
Me
don't
and my
even watch
wife.
like I don't watch no Saw. I don't watch like Dahmer, Jeffrey. I can't even watch his mess because he gonna make me mad. You watch that mess?
Why would I already know the story?
Yeah, I can't watch that mess.
Like why?
I can't do it.
That's for the younger people who don't know about that. I
Yeah, I
know the
can.
story. It's like why are y'all creating stuff that I already know the story for? Like, is there any new information that I know about?
Yeah, I can't watch it. It was just
I
mm,
I can't either.
that ain't
But
my kind of
it's
stuff. I ain't watching it.
so you didn't watch Vampire in Brooklyn?
No, I ain't watching
You didn't watch Vampire in Brooklyn
it.
with Eddie Murphy?
A long time ago, I might have watched it one good time, maybe, but I don't
That movie,
recall like it.
yeah, he
I
was a
watched it with
vampire. Angela Bassett.
yeah. That wasn't really scary though, was it?
I mean, I watched a lot of stuff as a kid I
Was
shouldn't
it
have.
scary though?
No, it really wasn't.
That wasn't really a scary movie. Like when I think of scary movie, I'm thinking of
When you're a kid, you think
Saw.
it's scary.
Kids think the Vampire. I did watch Vampire in Brooklyn with Eddie Murphy, but that wasn't really. I watched it long. It was so long ago when I was young, and I don't recall that movie being scary though.
Hey, it scared me when I was a kid. Then I got older. I said, this is just straight up funny.
Mm-mm. No,
But yeah, definitely
I'm
check
thinking
out
of
the
Saw and stuff like that. I ain't watching that man.
Saw The Conjuring.
Yeah, I ain't watching that man.
Conjuring wasn't
No,
that
the last scary movie I watched was something called Wrong Turn. Now, I don't even know if people even watch that man.
Wrong Turn ain't nothing but a Hills Have Eyes type of.
Yes, I don't like that. I can't watch that man. I don't watch it. You know, I don't want the hills having eyes on me. I don't want it. I don't want none of it. Look, old country stuff, backward. No, I just can't.
Okay, so the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I ain't watching that either.
That's not now that movie is not scary.
I ain't
That is
watching
not that's
it.
not
It
a
sounds
scary
real
movie.
scary. Sound like
No, no,
somebody
no.
coming after me. I don't want nobody coming after me because then I'll be paranoid, thinking people coming after me. They gotta watch me. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Well, okay, technically, yes. You know, he came after you, he killed you,
Yeah, like I don't want those. I don't
took
want
your
the vibes.
face,
Now, yeah,
took your face, put it on
yeah.
his
I want
face,
somebody to take my face. I like my little face. I like it.
But the movie is funny though. See, a lot of people don't understand these movies are actually funny because there's no common sense in these movies. Like you got these people, I'll watch it. I'm thinking like you can't make these characters that dumb. You cannot. You know there's a first sign of danger. You run, you leave, you don't come back. How is it that one person could kill all of y'all? Maybe you leave one survivor, maybe two. But ain't no way. If I see danger or something ain't right, I ain't going.
Go.
But
I'm
yeah, I
opposite
mean,
direction.
hey, it
Opposite
is what
direction. Every time.
what about American Haunting?
Cool. What?
American Haunting.
I ain't never even heard that movie.
You know that's based on a true story, right?
Yeah, I ain't watching it. You just then you said like it's based on. You sounded scary when you said it. I ain't watching that man. We
Hey,
might as well go on to the next
hey,
subject because
hey,
I'm not down with the
hey,
scary movie. Look,
hey. You know where it's based out of it? You know where the movie's based in it?
And then you sound real scary saying this, man. Like hey, it's a little scary, but to play with you. I'm not about to die.
You do know it's actually right next to us.
Too. I'm not about to even entertain it because I'm not about to catch it.
You know where Adams is?
And then he gonna continue on. This is stuff I be talking about.
You know where Adams is?
I know exactly where it is.
You ever heard of the Bell family? The Bell
Yeah,
Witch?
yeah, yeah. I heard that.
Well, that's the movie right there. American
Yeah,
Haunting,
I ain't
based on
watching.
that.
I'm not watching that either. No. Can we get back to business? Because I like business. I like laughter. That's what I like. Like the numbers. I think I told you that in my little thing. Like the number. And I ain't got nothing to do with killings,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Now,
Oh,
no, this movie is not scary. This movie is
okay.
not scary. But this movie was, as so far this year, Megan. I don't know if you heard of a movie called Megan.
No, I think I was automatically thinking of Making Good because that's my girl. I love her. She's beautiful. But no.
Ain't that part of the show you was talking about? Ain't she in that show, Sisters? Or is it
Making Good?
what show is
Sisters
she
got
in?
this lady named Fatima.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
She hilarious. But anyway, yeah.
But watch
No.
Megan. Megan is such a great movie.
Is that on Netflix too?
Is it Netflix?
Which one we get?
Where did we watch? Was it Netflix or was it Hulu or was it? No, what? Let me look that up, and I will actually send you a message on that. I forgot where I watched it, but
Okay.
or was it Prime? It was
Amazon
one. It was
Prime.
or was it HBO Max? It was one of
See,
those
now I ain't got no
platforms.
HBO Max. I'm not HBO Maxing over here. I'm saying got stars,
But
got
this
Netflix here.
movie, I swear to you, not. This movie was so far of all the new movies I've seen this year.
It's new?
Yeah, I think it came out around December. So it's only been out for a few months. But that movie is like so amazing. It's not scary. But man, I tell you now, we brought up technology earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is why I'm afraid of technology. Because when people, was it the you got these people creating these robots or this stuff, whatever like that, and create them like real people,
AI.
like AI stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, this is what it is. But you just gotta watch it. I'm telling you right now,
that.
you're gonna get so into it. And I've seen now.
I
if
think
you
AI
like,
AI about to take over it. I don't know what they're doing with these this technology. I think AI might be taking over the world one of these days. I don't know.
it will. We already see it coming. They working on it.
They definitely
It's
working
taking
on
over.
it. A little.
Like, what movie can I compare it to? Do I necessarily want to compare it to Chucky?
Well,
But
Chucky
actually, no way. I got some beef with Chucky too. I ain't gonna say it though.
You ain't gonna say the beef with Chucky?
Man, listen, ain't no way I'm gonna let a freaking dog kill me. I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm like, yo, it's just I understand a man's spirit is into his dog and everything, but come on now, really, it's still a dog on dog.
That's true. I don't understand how Chucky was that strong to kill all folks, but that's a different story.
But Megan, AI, this is a great movie. I would suggest you watch it. If I find the platform where it's on, I will actually DM you the platform that it's on. If you have it or not, just to let you know
definitely
it's out
send me
there.
that one. I can rock with that one.
It's not a scary movie, but man, it will freak you out. It make you not want to be around some all these little
technology.
prototypes. Yeah, all the prototypes out there, stuff like
I
that.
already don't want to be around it, but they force you. The world forces you. So,
And I do want to touch on this last subject before we go.
what is it?
All right, so on my last episode, I talked about it a little bit. All right. You do know they're going to do a documentary on Hulu that I guess is supposed to be out next year, spring of next year.
No, I don't know
which is
nothing
going to
about
be
it.
produced by Jermaine Dupri. And I think they said Uncle Luke, but definitely Jermaine Dupri.
Why you talking about Freaknik?
Yep.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to do with Freaknik. That was before my time.
What do you make of the people, basically our elders, I'm gonna say, that went there, and I think it's only 1 year they're actually doing a documentary of. I think it's just one of those years. But a lot of people are kind of like, they don't know what to think. They kind of upset, like this is coming out and everything like that. What would you say to them if they are on camera or they're not on camera? Should they be worried?
First of
Should they
all,
not be worried?
I don't believe that they should be putting people on camera that didn't authorize them to put on camera. Like, if they didn't get their consent to kind of publicize what they was out there doing. First and foremost. Second of all, I feel that this world is giving too much. It's just too much. Like the social media, internet. I just think that a lot of it is just a little too much. Like, why do we have to know what you did behind the doors? Why everything got to be so sexualized to the public eye? Why we got to know your freaky tendencies that you have behind? I just, I might sound real old, but that's my take on why y'all doing this. Like, why y'all can't keep, that was their generation was able to do things without having it publicized.
Right.
The younger generation, totally different. Y'all used to publicizing everything y'all do, which can be good and can be bad. I'm not into putting people's business out there. Why we gotta do that? My take on it is why? Why the heck did you have to do that, Uncle Luke? Spill all the beans. Why? If you're spilling the old folks, I want to see my auntie and my mama or my sister big butts on across the screen and wondering, is that my people? I don't want to do why, and then why? Come on now, why us?
Well, they said pretty much when I did the research on it, I know definitely Jermaine Dupri is the executive producer of the documentary.
Is he looking for money? Is he looking for? I think he's looking just for some. He needs some money in his pocket. Everybody going broke. I don't know. What's the reason why you got to do that, Jermaine?
That's why I want to know. Like, what's the purpose of
you doing that? And is it because of? And at the end of the root of it all, the music industry, is it hurting? I don't know. Like, what is your real? Are you in that much need of money that you want to expose on folks for what?
I mean, how is this going to be about? Are you going to talk about the history of it? Are you going to talk about, I know you're going to have some footage because we've seen the footage over the years, and stuff like this. Like, been leaked and everything like that. So it's kind of like,
what's the motive behind all of it?
What is this all about? What's this all about? Is this
and
like
that's what
a bigger
the older
thing?
people brag about, like they could do stuff without it being so blah in your face, but
who's all
they like, nah, we gonna expose all y'all. What did they do to you? What did they do to you, Jermaine?
I don't know.
What did people do to you make you want to just expose all them folks like that? I'm so glad I would show her my show went to Anyway, that's good.
All thing I know is how much money did you pay these people for the footage? Because I know they still had them old big cameras and everything with the VHS tapes. Like,
Yeah.
how much money you paying to get that type of footage and put it out there and all of that?
I do recall a moment when I seen somebody. It was on TV, and there was some women at the top doing some sexual things to the men, and who could get them to do what they needed to do fast. I don't need to see no more. Leave that in the past. Anyway,
You know
I
what?
don't know.
I'm gonna be honest.
That ain't my area. I'm gonna leave that alone.
I'm slick.
Ain't for me.
I'm slick intrigued. I'm gonna be real with you.
You intrigued. I don't want to see. I ain't that intrigued.
I don't care about the footage. I'm just more like, okay. And nobody's really came out and said, like, what's the purpose of this documentary?
That's all I want to know.
like,
If you can explain to me the purpose of the reason behind why you want to do this, then maybe I'll be intrigued. But I don't see the purpose and the reason outside of just exploiting some people that you done got mad at, or I don't know. Like, what you trying to do?
well,
you trying to prove that the older generation, was more can twerk better? I don't know. What are you trying to prove? What is the purpose?
Twerk what?
I don't know. What I wouldn't. There's other terminology you can use as far as what was going on back then in that day, but we ain't gonna. I'm not even gonna. Anyway, so I'm Aminah Iwawi, and I'm a banker. Does those type of activities or things. I don't know what's going on in the world. Have my blinders on.
Yeah. I don't think I would say this before we go is with all these, everybody want to put together like these documentaries or like these shows, true story type shows or movies, whatever, give us something that, we've never heard about instead of stuff that we kind of like already know. Cause back to the Jeffrey Dahmer situation. All right, I wasn't watching that because I knew what happened. It's like when you go back, I know you remember this. It was a few years ago, 2018, 2019-ish, when they did the People versus OJ series. Like I lived through that. I saw it on the TV like every night.
Yes, sir.
We all watched it. You cannot every channel it was on there, so it's kind of like I know what happened, know the outcome. People are they still have their minds made up of what happened, but I know what happened. All that stuff that we've seen has been very well documented. All right, cool, but bring us something that we probably never heard about or something that needs to be brought up to light, and then I'll probably take a listen or take a look at it. So that's just me. If you're gonna do something, but we all know it's all about the money. Is what could
It is. That's basically all it is. All it boils down to who can spill the most sexual beans out there. Who got that juice?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Definitely. And
but before we get out, can I do a little shout out?
Go ahead. Do it as many shout outs as you want to.
Okay, so again, let's revert back to my nonprofits that I'm involved in. One of them is Manifest Magic Black Girl Cooperative. This year, 2023, I am the project manager for the Juneteenth event. I have a comedy show that's coming up Saturday, the 22nd. And I would love people to show up and show out. Find me on Aminah E at Facebook or the Aminah E at on Instagram and get more information, or email me at info@aminae.org and let me know what you're interested in finding out more about, whether it's banking, whether it's not-for-profits, whether it's cost for young professionals, Habitat for Humanity, Manifest Magic, United Way. Let's get you linked up. I'm your girl for all of it. But anyway, back to Juneteenth. So we starting off June 17th with a parade. We are still collecting entrance for the parade. It's going to be dope. I actually went through a very harsh experience with my sister during 2020. She caught COVID, and I'm excited that her and her group of friends are going to be in the parade just celebrate life. Okay, so if you celebrate life, if you just want to celebrate with us, I don't care if you're white, black, purple, green, I don't care. You are more than welcome to come join us in our parade this year. It's going to start at 10 o'clock on June 17th at the, or just come and view the parade at the Burt Cobb Community Center here in Clarksville, Tennessee. In addition, we're going to have our Juneteenth Festival that starts at 2 o'clock at the Emerald off of Madison Street. It's going to be crazy dope. We got a kids zone that includes an arcade, the Rolling Arcade in Clarksville. They coming out. We got a spa for the kids. We have bouncy houses. We got the food trucks. We got vendors inside. Like, you don't want to miss it. And I'm pretty sure, excuse me, that there's many events going down in Clarksville on Juneteenth because it's a federal holiday. More people willing to celebrate. We spread all out and it's all good. Enjoy them. Come indoors and enjoy us at the Emerald. We'll be glad to have you. We're looking for vendors and sponsors still, and anybody who's willing to participate or have any information, get any information, hit me up, Aminah E, on Facebook, and the Aminah E on Instagram. And again, my email is info@AminahE.org, AMINAH.org. Or you can give me a call, text me, call me, 931-436-5885. I'm here. That's all I want to say.
And is there a deadline for the entry to the parade or anything like that? Or is it just
we have I can deadline. I'm gonna give it about a week before the event for the parade entrance, so we can line you up in there anytime. We taking floats, we taking vehicles. If you got a vehicle you want to just deck out and come through, hey, baby, we is celebrating Juneteenth this year, and the theme is "We Are One," and you can take it how you want it because we are one. We in this together, and we'd love to have everybody involved in the community. You don't have to, like, again, the business don't have to be a Black-owned business. You can be my bank. I'm trying to get them involved. I'm on both ends, and we already got U.S. Bank involved. We got some sponsors. Come on, enjoy the parade. Come be with us. Come celebrate. Go out into the community. Enjoy whatever other festivities and come through. See us. We got a VIP section. We got the jazz bands coming. We got a battle of the DJs. I'm talking about it's gonna be live. You don't want to miss it. So yes.
So if somebody wants to sponsor, an event, be one of the sponsors, I'm sorry. So they still contact you? Okay.
Yeah, they can contact me at info@AminahE.org, or they can contact me through Juneteenth at manifestmagicbcg.org. And then they also can text. So if you want to be a sponsor, you can text 931-340-7411. You can text Juneteenth to that number. Again, you can text Juneteenth. Just text that word Juneteenth to 931-340-7411. And you can it'll send you a link to fill out a form to be a vendor. If you want to be in a parade, if you want to be a sponsor, if you want to be a volunteer, if you just want to help out, if you just want to donate, baby, come play with us.
Definitely.
We would love to have you. We would love to have a good time. I'm all about a good time and good positive vibes. Hey, I'm accepting all positive energies, all positive vibes, all good feels for Juneteenth. We just want to celebrate and have a good time and enjoy the day off, enjoy the time, enjoy the federal holiday that was given to us. Yeah, and have opportunity. You can have opportunity to make money, whatever the case may be. Come on,
Right.
and
And
it's at the Emerald.
if y'all don't know where the Emerald is at, if you're from Clarksville, I'm gonna let you know it's the old Rainbow Skate Rink. So that's where, if you know what, that's where it's at. So for y'all who uh, need to know the location, that's where it's at. I know Miss Aminah will actually put the address up there as well. So all the info she will have. So y'all please just contact her and let's enjoy the day.
Let's
Let's enjoy the
enjoy
day.
it together. Why not? Let's enjoy
Definitely,
it
definitely.
together. And I will say again, I'm part of Manifest Magic Black Girl Cooperative. It's a group of Black women that get together and we uplift the community. It's a nonprofit. All of us who are involved in this event, Juneteenth, we're putting in our time and effort for free. Everything that we're giving to the community is for free. We're not get benefiting from any of it, right? Outside of seeing the community get together and have a good time, outside of giving the community an event. Even with the comedy show, like again, it's something that I'm putting my energy into to give the community at an event to give back. Manifest Magic, the whole organization as a whole invest in our community as far as mental health. And I won't even get into how much we need mental health in the community that we're living in. But we have we give affordable mental health programs where you can come in. Sometimes the programs are for free. And again, it's a group of Black women who decided to donate their free time to give back to the community that we live in. And again, build relationships within the community, support our community, support women, support, the mental health initiative. So we would just love to have you there. Just show up, just come by and say hi. Just come. And if you see me, I look, I don't do that funny stuff. Like if you see me, just have to be like, hey, like show some love. I'm all about love and happiness and peace, man. So yeah. Don't be no
Definitely,
strangers,
definitely.
all I'm saying. Don't be no strangers. I ain't
No,
gonna be no
don't
stranger.
be, don't be, don't
Yeah.
be any strangers. Don't be any
Yeah.
strangers. Let's go out have a great time, man. Juneteenth, man. June 17th. I know a lot of people gonna be off that weekend, so please
Yeah.
come out. Show
Holiday.
love, show
Federal
support, have a
holiday.
great time. Stuff like that. I know I'm gonna be out there, so I'll about to check y'all out there too.
Come on.
Um, so yeah, definitely, definitely. I'm gonna be out all day. I'm just gonna let you know I'm gonna be out all day. But
If you
guess what? It's
see
gonna
me,
be a
just say
record.
hi. Say hey. Because this is our first time meeting. I ain't never met you before. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. Been a pleasure having me on the show. Like it's awesome platform, and I thank you. But if you see me at the Juneteenth, just tell, hey, are you Aminah? Hey, I say hey back. You and your wife, tell her, come on, party with us.
Definitely, definitely will do that. So yeah, we're coming to the end of the episode right now. I just want to thank Miss Aminah for coming on and having fun with me. We're gonna get her to watch a couple of scary movies one day. So we'll see how that works out. But I'll usually let my guests to have the last word. So Miss Aminah, anything else you want to add or anything else you want to say? The floor is yours.
I don't have much to say, but get involved in the community. If you want to be involved and don't know where you fit in, I am glad to point you to any one of my organizations that I'm involved in, whether it's Clarksville Young Professionals, whether it's Habitat for Humanity, whether it's Manifest Magic Black Girl Cooperative, whether it's United Way, because I give back to them as well. Um, I, I'm glad to be a connector in the community and help you out. Give me a hit me up at info@aminae.org. And again, my phone number is 931-436-5885. You can text me or call me. And I ain't gonna be no stranger. That's all I'm gonna say.
Definitely, definitely. And y'all make sure y'all follow Drinking After Dark Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Please subscribe to Drinking After Dark Podcast YouTube channel. Miss Aminah, this was fun. We're gonna have to do it again.
Definitely.
Probably closer
Thank you.
towards the event. So
Let's do it.
I would bring you on. I would bring back Juanita to come back on as well to talk
Come
about
on,
it.
bring the founder of the organization.
Or
Yeah, we can get on here together.
Anybody else you know that want to come back on here as well during that time? Hey,
I bring my whole crew. Can I bring my whole crew?
They're all welcome.
Hey,
you can bring all of them.
A whole manifest crew up in here. Come on now.
Definitely.
Nice.
All right, everybody. Until next time, this is your boy Darius from Drinking After Dark podcast, and we out. Peace.
Bye.
Gotta get to the money. Gotta get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. Gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids and me. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. And gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids and they. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money.